Here are a couple of ice beers that I picked up at the supermarket. It's been a long time since I had an ice beer. Probably the last time that I had an ice beer was called Bud Ice or Budweiser Ice back in the early 90s. I thought it was pretty good, but I haven't had it since. Well, they do have Bud Ice at the store, but I haven't seen it in stock in a while because I was going to get Bud Ice versus Natural Ice, both by Anheuser-Busch. But I saw this one, Icehouse. I thought it was ice brewed, so I got it. Found out it's brewed by Miller, owned by Miller. I don't know if it's an acquired beer that Miller acquired. Miller, was it Molson Coors, who owns Miller? But anyway, I'm assuming Miller created it. I don't know. Anyway, what is an ice beer? Well, an ice beer is a regular lager that, after fermentation, they bring the temperature down below freezing, so ice crystals form in the beer. They filter them out, and that raises the alcohol content because the alcohol is still there; it doesn't freeze. But so basically, they're removing water, and it increases the alcohol content. So, for example, this one's 5.9 ABV, and this is rated at 47 on Beer Advocate. This one is 5.5 ABV, and it's rated at 52 on Beer Advocate. These beers are on Beer Advocate in the awful category. Anyway, I've already mixed them up. I don't know which one is which. Now, the last time I had ice beers, I thought it was pretty smooth. So maybe they'll be watery. I don't know what to expect, really. At least from these two. It's pretty sweet. Hardly any hoppiness to it. I like it, really. It's, I wouldn't say it's watery, but it is smooth. It's sweet and smooth and very drinkable. However, I suspect as it gets down here, starts warming up and evaporating, it's going to probably start tasting like water. But that first drink, I liked it. Oh, geez. Same. There's a little bit of tanginess to each of them. One might be just a hair more tangy. I don't know. Got some, maybe a little bit more bitterness in the tang. This one's got more of a bite, I think. A richer flavor. A little bit stronger, I think. The first taste, though, they were virtually indistinguishable. There would probably be no way for me to pick which one I like better from the first taste. But now, they're starting to change already. Yeah, I think this one's a little bit better because it has more flavor to it, a little bit stronger. Whereas in comparison, this one's starting to taste a bit watery, just a little bit. Whereas this one is holding on to its tanginess, its mouthfeel, and everything. This one is more like it was at the very beginning, where this one's changed quite a bit already. I don't know. Well, I don't know if I could drink a 4-pack of these. I don't know. It seems that I might get tired of drinking these after a while, which is, I'm beginning to understand the low ratings on these. They're good at first, but as you drink them, they're not that great. But at first they were very drinkable. They are starting to taste kind of plain now. Even though this one is stronger, I would have to prefer this one, I think. At least drinking this much. Still have some left in the can, so let's just try straight out of the can. Well, let's just see which one is which, because I'm preferring this one. And it's Icehouse. So Icehouse beats natural ice, but let's just see from the can. Yeah, that's better out of the can because it's still got not as much exposure. I think out of the can, this is better. But yeah. Yeah, this I would have to go with this one if I was to drink more. Maybe at the very beginning, this one might be a bit better. It's really hard to say because when you pour them, of course, you're stirring them up when you pour them. You're creating foam. You're exposing it to the atmosphere. So it's changed. It's different poured here than out of the can. But usually, I drink my beer out of glassware instead of straight out of the can. Unless I'm out on a boat and there's a cooler of beer and that's all they have is cans, and I don't drink it that way. But I think I would have to go with Icehouse. If they were identical, I'd probably go with natural ice because it has more alcohol, 5.9 versus 5.5, as I pointed out already. But from what I've tasted so far, I think I prefer the Icehouse. And now I have 3 more of these, each of these, because each one came in a 4-pack. And I'm not sure I'm looking forward to drinking the rest of them. Because at first, I thought they were decent. But now, I'm not so sure. I guess, I could, I'm not going to say they're the beer after rating says awful. I wouldn't go so far as to say they're awful. I would rate them as poor. They're drinkable, but not that great. They were good at first. The first drink was, I would say, okay to good. But then they move into the poor category. And who knows? Maybe by the time I get done drinking the rest of these beers, they might move down into the awful category. So that's it. Thanks for watching.